I found the kitten sitting on my front porch in the toy bin. He was black and white and crying like a human baby. Where did he come from? I noticed he had no collar. Who would be so irresponsible? I went inside and opened a can of tuna fish. After I placed the tuna in the doorway, the kitten hungrily lapped it up and then walked right inside the house. Hey, kitten, I didn't say you could come in, I yelled. The kitten seemed unconcerned with this information. He plopped down onto a bunch of pillows on the couch and began to groom his paws. My older brother Michael walked into the room, saw the kitten, and started laughing. What the heck? You brought home a cat? He asked. I didn't exactly bring him home, I explained. He just kinda walked in through the front door and made himself at home. Ow, Mom is gonna be so angry, Michael said. You'd better call her. Okay, I said. I promise I'll call right now. At that moment, I had every intention of doing the right thing and calling my mother. What happened next was slightly different. So, I picked up the kitten and put him into a box. I gave him a blanket and a toy. Then I brought him to my bedroom and shut the door. Our family never owned pets, but I had always wanted one. I knew a little bit about taking care of them. I knew he wasn't a newborn kitten because he was big and fluffy, and his eyes were open. Newborn kittens are not supposed to be separated from their moms. When a human finds them, they have to be extra careful. I knew he was going to need a litter box. Of course, since I don't own a cat, I didn't have one. So I took a cardboard box and ripped up an old newspaper into shears. I learned this trick from an internet video. Immediately, the kitten jumped into the box and do his business. I knew this meant he was already litter box trained. I really should call my mom about it, I thought, as the kitten meowed and jumped up to my lap. Well, he sure did seem to like me. Maybe I didn't have to give him back after all. If someone can take care of their kitten, they deserve to lose him, I thought. The kitten kept meowing quite a lot. It wouldn't stop, and then it started trying to bite my hand. Hey, kitten, I'm not food, I said. Meow, yelled the kitten, trying again to bite my finger. I knew I had to go to the store and get some cat food. I opened my piggy bank and to see what was inside. $5.98. Well, that would certainly be enough to buy a can of cat food. Put, kitten. You stay put, kitten, I told him. I'm going to get your food. I bet his last owners never gave him food. They probably didn't love him at all. I made sure he had plenty of water and shut the bedroom door. I put on my coat and grabbed my keys. I headed out to Whiskers Organic Pet Supply up the street from my house in Astoria, Queens. On my way out the door, I spotted a sign on the telephone pole. Lost kitten. Black and white, very friendly. If you find him, please call us. We are worried sick. I thought. Well, if you were so worried about your kitten, maybe you should have taken better care of him. I laughed to myself and headed into the pet store. People are so irresponsible. It is a good thing I found that kitten and took him in. Now I'm buying him food. Thank goodness he found me. When I walked into the pet store, I could barely get through the door. The place was blank. A group of kids were hanging up flyers about the same cat. In the back of the store, I saw a little boy in a wheelchair. He was about 5 years old and he was crying. I can't believe I lost my kitten, he said to his parents. I couldn't get to the open door in time. I looked at the flyers on the wall. It was definitely the cat I had back home, sitting in my bedroom, behind a closed door. Then the truth of the situation hit me. I had stolen a little boy's cat. In my mind, I had made up a whole story about the people who lost the kitten and how they deserved to lose him. Now I realized there was not a lot I didn't understand. I tried to justify why I should keep the kitten by convincing myself the owners deserved to lose him. Now I thought that it was all a big mistake. I approached the little boy in the wheelchair. He blew his nose and looked up at me. I have your kitten, I told him. I'm sorry. I just found him and fed him. He's at my house. The little boy began to cry with laughter. He stretched his arms out and gave me a great big hug. Thank you so much. I was just about to put a new flea collar on him when he ran out the door. I couldn't chase him because my legs. I'll be right back, I told him. I ran home to get the kitten and reunite owner and pet. A situation isn't always as simple as it seems on the outside. I thought for sure the kitten owners deserved to lose him, but I didn't have all the information. In the end, I was the one who didn't deserve to keep the kitten.